today, baby. I'm going to fly today, Eric. I'm going to fly.
That's way too
I'm
cold.
excited, man. I looked out. This is the first thing I did when I woke up this morning is I looked outside. No wind and sunny.
It's sunny, but it's uber cold. So yeah, my old army butt and cold does not do well anymore. I mean, I'd rather have that over the heat, but still.
That's me. Man. I can't deal with cold. I can't deal with it. I'm too skinny.
Well, with me, it just makes me hurt because I basically have my feet and my left knee and back are shot from military service, so it's just the cold makes creak and hurt.
All right, Eric's fixing things up, it looks like. All right, guys, what's up? So welcome to Dave's RC Towing Line, episode 69? No, 70.
77.
77. I don't know. Just don't worry about that. But 79. So 79, 78, 79. Yeah, I think we're 79. Sorry about last night, guys. We tried to get EQ on the show last night, and my computer was just not having it. It's actually running a lot better now. I can't believe how smooth it is, and the picture's coming in a lot nicer now. So whatever it did, it helped the computer tremendously, man. So, yeah, got Shadow Ops here, as usual, and our good buddy from South Carolina, EQ, Eric Quinn. Mr. Eric Quinn, you guys know him from the chats.
So, hello, pilots. What's up?
So yeah, we were just talking to Eric just a little bit before we started the show about how he lives next to Triple Tree where they do the Joe Nall thing, and he said that sometimes if you come there with a few planes, they'll actually let you go out there and fly. So that's actually pretty cool, man. I'd like to take advantage of that someday and go down there.
That's pretty good. It's a nice place, man. If you've never been there, you need to go.
You guys, I'm here, but I'm getting Dave's email for Check Your Six because he's one of the guys that won for the month of November, so I'm going to get your email for him. And is it okay if I put it in the chat, Dave?
Oh, I don't care. Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah, guys, we're just waiting for some people to slowly trickle in here. I mean, this is kind of an unorthodox stream. We usually don't do a stream at this time of the day or at this hour, so we're just waiting for a few people to come in. Huh? Huh? Yeah, I'm streaming. Yeah, you go. Good morning, baby. How you doing?
Well, plus dogs coming for highs. Clack, 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 like he's tap dancing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just cut his nails again, man. There's nothing that I can do. We got hardwood floor, so he's just clacking.
Oh, I know. It's still fun to tease you, though.
Did you hear that, Crixus? Eric's making fun of you, dude. He said you're a tap dancer.
Did you throw sparks like on the movie Dumb and Dumber?
Good old Sparky.
Remember when he starts grinding on Jim Carrey's toenails and just starts throwing sparks?
Oh, man.
So, Mr. Check Your Six, I just put Dave's email in the chat for you, so...
Oh, and Craig Beeben, if you watch this stream, if you're in here, if you're not, you're probably not right now, but you might watch
last night, again. But I don't know if he is
I'll be doing a battery order here pretty soon. It looks like I may not be going down to the Boozer event. It's still up in the air right now, guys. I'm just But anyways, I'm going to be making a battery order, and once I make that battery order and I get the batteries, I'm going to send yours off to you. That way I can actually get a better deal buying a bunch of batteries rather than just making your order and sending it to you. If I add my order to that, I can actually save some money. So as soon as I do that battery order, we'll get your batteries sent out to you. I got 3 5000s going to you with EC5 connectors. I'm just checking down at the chat, you guys.
I'm watching it too, sir. Good. So,
man, I really like it that those smart batteries will hook up with that EC5 connector too.
Yeah, right.
Because all it is it's a plug in the center between the two plugs. So you're right. That's why it's nice that it still works.
It's just got a signal wire that you're not plugging in when you. Yeah, that is awesome. I like that too, because I do have smart pack. I like the EC5 connectors. I don't mind the XT90s and XT60s, but I definitely like the EC5s. They that's what all my batteries are pretty much, is EC5s.
Yeah.
And then in another year and a half, they're going to change the connectors again.
Yeah, wait 5 minutes. They get change it.
Yeah, they're going to change the connectors again here shortly. I guarantee it.
Let's see,
Thank you, Fight, for that.
1.6 sale.
David Snyder in here. How's it going, guys? So while I got a few of you guys in here, I'm going to let you know that I may not be down at the Boozer event, you guys. But what I am going to do is, seeing how it's a charity event, whatever's donated this week and next week, I'm going to donate 50% of that to the charity event for Boozer. And then the rest will go towards the giveaway, as usual. But 50% of anything that comes in for PayPals or Super Chats, 50% of that will be donated to the Boozer event for their cause and their charity.
We probably should go over what you and I talked about, too, for the giveaway, too, Dave.
For the giveaway?
What you were thinking of doing for the giveaway, to see if they like that or not.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this month's giveaway, you guys, seeing how it's going to be Christmas, I thought I would break it up a lot and do like $200 gift cards and then like 4 or 5, maybe 6 $50 gift cards. That way we can draw as many names as we possibly can, so that somebody, we got a better chance of somebody winning that hasn't won. What were we thinking? We were thinking like 10 $50 gift cards. Or we were thinking
some
gift
gift cards, and then you were gonna get some of your shirts ordered to give to people.
Yes, I'm ordering some shirts, and then we were gonna give some shirts away, you guys. So that way everybody gets a stab at winning something. I'm trying to open it up a little bit more this month, because as of right now, we don't have a lot of donations for the giveaway this month. I think we're sitting at about $25 plus my $250 that I put in. I mean, we're only at $275 right now for the giveaway. Hopefully we can get that number up. Like I said, I'm taking 50% of the proceeds and I'm sending it down to Mary Boozer for his charity. And then anything else that's left, we're gonna buy a bunch of gift cards. I'm gonna do a T-shirt order. I'm gonna pay for the T-shirt order out of my pocket. That's not gonna come out of the money that you guys send. And then I'm gonna give away some T-shirts and some gift cards for a Christmas Day special.
That's awesome there, man.
Yeah, I think it'll work out pretty good, man.
Well, and with it being Christmas, that'll be nice, because more people will be able to get something instead of just 2 or 3.
Right. Yeah. Me and Eric thought about it for a while, and we thought that would probably be the best thing to do for like a Christmas Day special. We're just going to be giving stuff away, man. That's what we're going to do. We're going to draw 15 to 20 people, man. That's what we're going to do. We're going to give stuff away. David Snyder, you are probably one of our biggest contributors, man, and no rush. I appreciate what you do, man. Just know that the channel appreciates what you do, and everybody in the channel appreciates what you do. Mary Boozer with a $10 super chat. Mary Boozer, thank you so much, man. Which 50% of that will be coming back to you, Mary Boozer, because it's going to go towards your charity, bro.
Well, it's really $7 after YouTube gets a hold of it, so he'll be getting $3.50 back.
That's all right. That's okay. We're going to try to get as much down to that charity as we possibly can, Boozer.
David Snyder, Mary Boozers.
I love David Snyder, man. He's him and Robert, or not Robert, him and
Robert's another good guy,
George
too.
Watts and Michael Covington. I mean, these guys are just some of the biggest contributors out there in the community, guys. Some of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, man. Because without those guys, we wouldn't have nearly as big of giveaways as we do. Robert Orlov said he's going to be sending you out something on Monday. Shadow?
Yeah, he made me some frames for my Emax Freestyle.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it, bro. Definitely worth it. Yes, sir, it was.
He offered to make me some frames for my freestyle, because especially when you're learning and you crash, it's easy to break the frames, even though they are carbon fiber. So he printed me some 3D printer frames for my that I can just throw all my components on.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, we was talking earlier. I told Dave when I was going to send him these receivers, tactical receivers, he's got to send me a T-shirt.
So yeah, I am gonna send Eric EQ. I'm gonna send him a T-shirt. He's gonna send me some receivers for my tactic radios. That's a good trade. That's a good trade.
Good trade. Good trade.
Especially since you're addicted to tactic like it's crack.
I love my tactics.
Which is not a bad thing. It's just fun to tease you.
I honestly, I would like to upgrade my 6-channel tactic that I have to the newer one that they have out. They have a newer 6-channel tactic that's out. It just has a few more features in it. You can slow down the flaps in that one. It's got a nice backlight to it. And the tactic that I have now doesn't have a backlight or any of that stuff. It's like the original tactic 6-channel tactic radio that came out.
Mr. Snyder, don't worry about it.
He said, ask your guest about his Papa Girls.
You do a lot already, Mr. David Snyder, so don't worry about it.
We got Eric. So what's up with these Papa Girls?
Well, one of the videos that you need to catch up on is EQ got his Papa decals, as they say in Canada or other places, from Papa.
Can you see it? Can you see it,
Oh,
Dave?
okay, yeah. No shit.
That's a pretty little redhead there now.
I need to get me a pinup girl from the Boozers.
There's 3 of them out there right now available. Cali Graphics.
I'll be damned.
Let me get
I'll be
one.
damned. That's crazy, man. I need to get I would like to get a couple pinup girls actually.
So you probably just heard my dog howl. That's what my kids are doing in the living room on the other side of the house.
Oh, there's no. Oh, you got the redhead on here. Oh, okay.
That's Lady Luck there. I think that's what it is, Lady Luck.
Look at the boobs on her, man. Holy cow, she's got a set of boobs.
Oh yeah, these are nice.
Those are nice, man. See, I would end up crashing my plane because I'd be trying to fly the thing so damn close to me that I'd want to see that girl every time she came by.
I'm not even sure you'd get off the ground because you'd just be staring back.
Just sitting there drooling at it. You gonna fly today?
Huh? What?
Hey.
What? Fly what? Fly what?
What'd be even more funny is if it was your mama bear that was filming and she'd be like, how come you ain't flying?
What the hell are you doing over there? Oh, man. Okay, can we
Mind
get
your
Dad's
business, woman.
Get Dad's RC hanger. Let's get him a blue wrench. I know that I think he's from overseas.
Yes, he is. He's over in the UK. He's a cool guy too.
He is a really nice guy. I like him. I definitely like him. He's in a lot of the.
He usually posts a video or does a live on Fridays too, but it's where he's in the UK. You know, the time's different from us, so.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so he is over in the UK. Gotcha. Okay. A couple people in the chat found your comment amusing, Eric.
Yes, go away, please.
Dave,
Oh, no doubt, Dad's RC hanger, man. Yeah, we love you around here, man. Yeah, you're a good dude, man. Thanks for the comments that you leave. Definitely appreciate it. I had no idea that you did your own channel, though, so I'm going to have to go check you out later.
This right here, Dave, this was the 8-channel tactic that I used. It don't have a screen on it at all.
What?
Yeah.
So it's a non-digital.
Is that the one that you have to hold the sticks to change the model?
Well, it don't have any model memory at all. This is one plane, one controller.
No shit.
Yeah, you've got to turn around in the back and look in the battery compartment there to do the reversing on the servos.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, Battle, sorry to interrupt, but Wes is already announcing that to those who go to the show, there's a Griffin that just showed up that will be going home with somebody that's at the show.
Oh, is that the one that what's-his-face sent down?
Well, regardless, that's a $400 plane that Wes is giving away for those that can go to the show.
It's still up in the air for me. I was really looking forward to meeting James down there and stuff, and he dropped the ball last night that he wasn't going to be going, and I kind of wanted to do that collab video with him. So it's really up in the air right now if I'm going to go. But if I do go, I had something that I was bringing down with me also for the giveaway, for something to give away as well.
Just
if I don't go, I'll just
C47.
If I don't go, what C47?
The DC3 that you're giving me.
What C47 are you talking about, Eric? I don't know what he's talking about, guys. No, I have something for the event as well that's going to be given away. But if for whatever reason I don't go down, I'll make sure that I send it down so Wes can give it away. There's John Hill. I told you John Hill would be in here because we were doing more
John
stream.
Hill, the guy that calls himself the old man, is here.
All right.
Come on, John.
You know the bad thing about some of those older radios? They're not as easy to set up, but some of those have a really stable signal.
The Tactic radio that I started out with was a Tactic 404, and it was just like that one that you have, bro. Except that when you reverse the servos, you actually have to do it by stick movements.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have the digital screen yet.
Yeah. So if you wanted to reverse the elevator, you had to hold the sticks down in the corner and then turn the radio on, and then that would reverse the sticks.
That's the way a DX8E will do. You got to do a DX8E like that.
With the sticks? You have to use the sticks to do it? Yeah. Yep. Yep, that was the first radio that I ever used, and I said, screw this, I'm never using it again because I would forget that when I swap models, that it would be different for each model, and then the elevator would be reversed on one, and I went to throw my brand new 64mm hand-toss saber in the air, and the elevator was reversed, and I went to pull back on the stick, and that bitch drove right into the ground. And I was like, yep, that's it, I'm done. I'm done with this radio, and I immediately went out and bought that 6-channel Tactic radio. I had it, bought it brand new right from the store, right from the hobby store.
Well, I was going to talk about, I bought some E-Flight planes, the P-47 Razorback,
that's a nice bird.
The P-51 Blondie,
yeah,
and the E-Flight Spitfire Mark 14. Well, they came with those Spectrum gyro receivers. Well, at the time, I didn't really know what more they were. Didn't know what more I was doing. So I took those out, and I put these Tactics that I got or used into them. Well, now, I'm going to take one of those receivers that I got left out of 3 of them. I'm going to have to put them in each one of these planes to see which one it came out of.
Yeah.
Make sure that the directions are going right. You understand what I'm going at?
Right.
So I've got to do that to see which one that receiver I've got goes back into. But that was the only reason that I went from Tactic. I went from Tactic and I bought me a DX8E. Give me a couple more channels.
That's a great radio, man. That's a great radio.
So that's basically just the 6E with the digital screen and 2 more channels, right?
Well, the 6E's got a digital screen. You can put, I think, 200 models in it.
Yeah.
But I needed another 2 channels.
Right.
See, so I went ahead and got an 8E. I want one of those NX10 because I need 2 more channels.
Radio.
See, I need 2 more channels to set up my vector exhaust or, thrust vector on some of these new jets that I bought.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Well, even like the Griffin, if you get that and put thrust vectoring on it, you're gonna need those extra channels.
Yeah.
I would like to have a 10-channel radio for my F-14. That way
you
I
did, and you just sold it to me.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Something about that OpenTX. I just couldn't figure it out, man. I figured it out, but then I don't know. It's weird, man. Sometimes you turn the radio back on and something would be doing something different than what it was doing the last time you turned it on. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this radio? I mean, maybe I just wasn't doing it right. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe
if you're too close to a plane, no matter the brand, sometimes it won't work right because you have to be a couple feet away from the plane.
I just couldn't figure it out, man. So
I could have helped you figure it out, but that's okay. I have another nice radio that'll be here today.
Yeah, Dad's RC hangar. It's actually been the same thing here for like the past week. And I looked out the window today, and it's clear skies and no wind, man. And so finally we get to go out and we get to maiden this beautiful plane behind me. We've got this plane over here behind me, the Flex Super Saber that we get to maiden. And then I have the...
we got to make a crash video for Roy. We got to show him some yellow confetti.
We got to make a crash video for Roy on the PT-17. We got to do a nice crash video for Roy.
Dave and I had a plan. He has the wreckage from his Sky Sword that's the same yellow, and we were going to just have him fly in the PT-17 and then switch to image of pieces of the Sky Sword scattered everywhere.
So I was gonna be like, oh shit, like, and I was gonna look at the camera, and then we were gonna go to the crash site, and I was gonna have my Sky Sword all tore up in pieces everywhere, so it looked like the yellow from this plane. We had it all planned out, all elaborately and shit, and we decided not to do it. Well, for the first thing is I haven't had any weather to go out and do anything lately. 78 here, just. So,
Nathan Poling has a good question. What's the difference between the DX8 and DX8E? Isn't the E basically an entry level?
That's correct. The DX8E doesn't have voice commands. Okay, you can't buddy pilot with another.
I'll be right back. I gotta take this call.
You have to have a wire hookup, I believe. So, I mean, it's just the economy model 8-channel that you can have over 200 models in. But
so it's basically like Spectrum's Tactic, 8-channel Tactic.
Well, pretty much. The only thing I know the difference of for sure is it doesn't have voice command. And that was one thing that I didn't really want anyway.
Yeah, so I didn't care for it either, and then I started using it. Because I keep forgetting whether my gear's up or my gear's down or my flaps. Like I will do a whole flight and realize my flaps are down the whole flight.
Well, what I like about this Spectrum here, all right, you got this channel here has got a short switch on it, short. Okay.
Yep.
This one here has got a long one.
Yeah.
I've got landing gear on this switch so that when I'm operating my throttle, I got my throttle set. I'm ready to hit landing gear. I can do that. Brings my landing gear down, and then when I want flaps, I know that the taller one is the flaps, so I can operate my flaps. I got my
EQ.
flaps
That's funny, EQ. I actually do the same thing. My gear switch is the same one that you use, but my flap switch is the one right above it.
Above it. Well, that's
the one that's on the top. That's my flap switch. I use that with my index finger, and then I use the other one with my thumb because that's my throttle hand. I don't have to worry about that hand doing nothing. I do all my steering over here unless I'm using rudder. So this hand, I have it in my mind that because what I was doing before is I was just putting my switches on any old thing, and then I realized that, man, I got to get in some kind of a sequence here. I got to put all my planes on the same switch. So now I have all my planes on that switch with the gear there and then the flaps up above. Yeah, man. And it's done wonders for my flying. I don't ever have to worry about gear or flaps anymore. I know right where they're at. I don't even have to look down at the radio to use them. I know exactly where they're at. And I don't have to take my hand off of my stick that I'm controlling the plane with to activate them. So that's a good idea, Eric. That's a good idea. Great minds think alike.
once you take off, like let's say you got your gear down on takeoff and you got some flaps down on takeoff. Well, you just reach up there with that finger, just knock both them switches up, and you know you got your gear and your flaps up.
That's actually pretty clever, man. I might try that. I actually might try that.
I use that top switch that you use for your flaps for the gyro.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. That makes sense.
But you're right on that hand. That throttle hand, you've got the ability to do things with your throttle hand because you put your throttle in position. You can leave it there.
And you just leave it there, right? Yeah. Yep. No, that's exactly that is the same thought process that I went through when I was deciding what switches do I want to use for my flaps, my gear, and then my high rate switch and my low rates. That's on my right hand, and it's the long stick on the back on the top. So it's just right there where my finger is, and I just flick it for high rates and low rates. I never do 3 rates, you guys. I always just do a high rate and a low rate, and then I adjust it from there. If the high rate's too high, I move the high rate down a little bit. If it's not enough, I'll move it up. And then my low rate, the same thing. If my low rate's too low, then I'll move it up a little bit. If it's too high, I just adjust it accordingly to the flight.
So sorry about that, guys. My grandma passed away last week, and so I've got a bunch of family coming up today that wants to go target practicing this afternoon. So that's why I took the phone call, because I wasn't sure what my dad was going to tell me since my grandma passed away.
That's all right.
I'm sorry to hear that, Eric, but you definitely should not have a gun.
Dude, she's been gone mentally for a couple years, so some of my family members are really sad about it, but me, it's like, well, she's in a better place, so I'm not really...
She had dementia? Did she have dementia, Eric?
Yeah, and she smoked heavily when she was younger and drank a lot, and so there was... what people don't understand is that when you're older in life and you've smoked a lot or drank a lot, it actually, not only does it damage the liver, but it creates gray matter in your brain. And they can tell if you've smoked or drank a lot by brain scanning you when you're older, and it basically made her have dementia really bad.
Maybe that's what's wrong with me, dude. I gotta quit smoking.
Or not enough, right? Kind of like on Simpsons with Ralph. He said, "Daddy, my nose stopped bleeding." Well, that's either because you're not picking it enough or too much.
Come on, man, go lay down. Come on, go lay down. You're drooling on me, bro.
Dave,
how would you like it if I just sat here and drooled on you? No, go lay down. Go on your bed. On your bed, go.
Dave, we was talking last night while your computer was updating about your flap system on your 100 there. Let me show you something right quick.
Yeah, Nick, since I've started using the Spectrum, it's actually not that hard to navigate. I found it pretty simple as well. But Tactic is probably one of the easiest radios you will ever set up. If you've ever used a Tactic radio, they are probably the easiest radio that you've ever used. They are so beginner friendly.
Carolyn?
Oh shit! What you got there? Which one is that? Is that the 60? Is that the 64 mil?
No, this is actually the LX 70 millimeter single. Now they make a twin, but this is just a single. But what I was going to show you was talking about them flaps. I think now if you look right here, you'll see this elbow joint right here. Now what that does is one servo operates your elevator and your aileron. See, as a mix.
Finish it.
Now what I'm thinking your flaps is doing is the same thing. It's got this elbow here on it, and once the servo being a single servo operating your flaps, it turns one way, it moves the wire out and bends the elbow down to move your flap up and down.
Okay.
This elbow inside that wing could be loose. Your linkage rod could be bent. Just anything could be causing this elbow to be messing up on that flap.
Okay.
Due to it being a single servo, I'm thinking that linkage has got to be your problem, because the servo's moving one flap correctly, but not moving the other flap right. And I mean, if you sit there and think about it, it's got to be that linkage is messed up.
I'm gonna recheck it, man. I'm gonna double check it, because yeah, you're right. It's got to be something, man. That's the only reason I haven't gone back out to fly that plane yet. I have brand new batteries for it and everything. And the only reason I haven't gone back out to fly that plane is because of that damn flap. I can't figure it out for the life of me.
Well,
but I will
if you still can't get that figured out, I found a wing set. You'd have to paint it because they don't have the red ones for sale. So you'd have to paint it. But I found the gray wing set for $50.
You found a set of gray wings for $50?
Yeah. Of course, you're going to pay $60, $70 in shipping, but if that's the only way to get a wing set, I mean...
Spencer Keith bought up all the spare parts at Motion.
So, yeah, on Ally Battle, they have a gray wing set for the 90mm for $53.95 before shipping.
Really?
When EQ and I were talking, waiting for you to go take your crap before you got on Skype, I looked it up.
That's nice, Eric. That's nice.
A little too much there, buddy.
Oh, I did that to give Dave crap.
No, I was the one giving the crap, dude.
This I didn't go into details.
Oh, Jesus.
So, Dad's Hangar, the person running the chat for Dave's RC right now is me, Shadow Ops. I'm the one that uses FR Sky.
Yeah, so if you see Dave's RC pop up down there, that's actually Eric. He's actually running the show from OBS through his computer. So he actually is logged into my account as me. And then I'm actually watching it from another account that I have, a War Thunder account that I have. So if you see Dave's RC writing something in the chat, that's actually Eric.
As in Shadow Ops.
If I write something in the chat, it'll be coming from War Thunder vids.
Dave, here's another one.
Dave's too afraid of computers to run OBS on his own.
Nope, not doing it.
This is the Detrum 8-channel controller.
Oh, that's the brand that
those are kind of like,
sells.
Are those kind of hard to like program and stuff? Are they kind of hard?
No, not at all. This if you are a first-time flyer and you want to get into these programmable controllers, this controller is less than $100. Okay, so you can get this and learn the basics of mixing, of programming new models into it, and you get the little Detrum 6-channel.
That's cool. They have the antennas at 90 degrees already for you.
At 90 degrees, see, you can put this receiver upside down, sideways. You just got to have the little plane that's on the front of it there. You got to have it pointing towards the front, just like the plane is.
Okay.
And then you program your receiver with the control. You can go in and it'll say airplane gyro. And if you've got a gyro receiver in the plane, it'll come up there and tell you gains 50%, on each one.
Oh, no shit.
Just like you would if you was on a computer telling the Spectrum to upload different settings. You do it all here on this.
Huh.
Yep.
Hey, dude, I have a receiver and a satellite for that thing if you want it. I'll send it with your shirt.
Hey, send it, man.
Hold on, let me look at it. Let me see what it is. When I got that plane.
While Dave's grabbing that, Dad's RC, here's my Tyrannus QX7 that I put an Army multicam decal on.
But I've flown. That's literally the only planes I've been flying is dyno plane. I don't fly my free wings. I don't fly my flat lines or anything until I get good enough. So I've
including
never had
your B2 you haven't flown yet, because that one I hear is easy to fly.
No, but I've never had any problem with signal loss or anything like that. No problem at all.
Well, when Ryan was at Motion RC and they were still selling Detrum,
All right, here it is. EQ.
Brian
it's an
think
8-channel
okay.
Detrum receiver, and then it's got this Detrum satellite thing that goes with it.
Yep.
I'll send that to you when I send out your shirt.
That'll work.
So Nathaniel, are you talking the Detrum? If that's the case, no. It's kind of like all the other. It's a different signal.
Now, the Detrum that I showed you is not even their top of the line control. See, they got a better one. See. Now, Bitco Bobby there, he's got one. He uses it. He loves it.
He does that because that's how I got this right here. Was because when he gave me that Gloucester Meteor, he left the gear inside of it, and I was like, bro, what do you want me to do with it? He's like, just keep it. I was like, all right. So I ended up with a Detrum like satellite and a receiver and shit. So I was like, well, I'll find somebody that can use that.
Well, now that controller I showed you, it doesn't have the GPS on it or anything like that, but that 8-channel control receiver I could use.
The receiver here, that'll work.
Yep.
It's pretty nice, man. It looks like it's set up just like Tactic too. You just push that button to bind it, huh?
To bind it, that's correct.
Yep, that's just like Tactic, man. That's crazy. Tactics are so easy to bind. Tactics are probably one of the easiest radios to bind, and that Detrum looks like it's just as easy.
Yeah. Well, I've had one take off on me just like you have before.
Oh yeah, when you shut the radio off? I don't know why it does that, dude. It's so crazy. Like, what the shit, man? Are you kidding me? Yeah, don't ever do that. Do not never shut your radio off while you have a Tactic plane plugged in. If you shut the radio off for whatever reason, the plane goes to full power and it goes.
What radio was it when you threw the MiG at Kyle?
That was because I accidentally flipped my throttle switch backwards instead of my rudder
right,
switch.
and it went backwards at Kyle. So you gave your son PTSD, Battle. You were shooting at your son with your plane.
I just had to put it in my head that just your throttle's backwards. That's all. It's not that hard. It's not that big of a
and
deal.
You need to use throttle cuts too, Battle.
But at the same time, my rudder was also backwards too. So I really only had all I had was my elevator and my ailerons I had to rely on. So I had to kind of fly it like a 64 millimeter jet.
But you need a throttle cut on your DX9.
What's that? That's good, man.
You should always have a throttle cut, so in that situation, you could have just flipped the switch and it would have killed the throttle instantly.
Oh, yeah. And that's another thing that I've been doing a lot lately is using my throttle cut. Especially messing around with these prop planes, man, because you never know, man.
More prop planes over EDS. If you don't want to get the snot chopped out of you, you better have a throttle cut on props.
I don't know if any of you guys actually saw the picture of what happened to my buddy's hand. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring the picture up again.
Oh, I've got scars all over my arm from my Blade 400 I have, and I've got a couple from... There's a reason why I paint the tips of my props. Is because if you don't, you can't see them when they're spinning. So if you're testing stuff, you can bump up against it and not even know what's going on, and now you have a really deep cut.
All right, so here it is, guys. This is what happened to my buddy and this is the guy that actually sold me the 9-channel or the DX9 Black Edition. This is what happened to his hand, guys.
Holy crap!
That's his wrist.
He's lucky he didn't cut the main arteries or the tendons.
He did. He actually did cut a main artery. He cut the artery that goes down the side of your wrist right here.
Oh, that's almost as bad as what Pilot Robert did.
Yeah, pretty much, man. He has no feeling in his hand. He's said that a few times. He still doesn't have. He hasn't had a couple
Robert
surgeries.
Went actually farther. Like he went almost all the way through. That's why he's having so many problems with his hand.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he's such a nice dude, man, because I still owe him money for the radio, and he's like, Dave, he says, it's Christmas, I know you got stuff going on this month. He's like, just give it to me on this day. And I was like, dude, that was pretty cool of you to do that. You didn't have to do that. He's such a nice guy, you guys. He really is. But he's kind of reckless sometimes when it comes to how he operates his equipment. And this kind of wasn't his fault, though. He went to start his nitro engine, and sometimes what will happen is a nitro plane, when you go to start it, it'll actually start the engine backwards.
When it backfires, yeah.
Instead of just letting the plane go and just letting it fuzz out or throwing a rag on the prop or something, he actually reached out for it. And when he reached out for it, the prop got him.
You know, people will say that nitro is dangerous.
Kevin Trappin, thank you for that super chat, man.
But
go ahead, Eric.
But what you got to remember is my helicopter is electric, my prop planes are electric, and I still have nasty scars from those. So electric props are just as dangerous as nitro. I don't care what people say.
Oh, they are. They sure are.
Electric is easier because you don't have to tune it like you do the nitro, but it's just as dangerous.
Hey, let me give a couple out here. Jet Tech Don, guys, kind of remember him, man. He went into surgery yesterday to fix a hole in his heart. He's had a stroke and been recovering from it. Let's keep him in our prayers, yeah. And the light burner, man, he's got stage 4 cancer in his kidneys, guys. I mean, you know, that ain't good.
Who does?
Rand, the light burner.
No shit.
Yeah, he's not doing good either, man. And kind of keep the boozers in your prayer for their event. Let's hope they have a good turnout, man. And,
have a good turnout, guys, and everybody be safe.
And kind of give Fred Barron a thought, man. He's had that. I think it was a infection in his blood or something other, and he's kind of recovering from that. We hadn't really been hearing a lot out of Fred as far as
Fred Barron is probably one of the biggest contributors that I have ever met. He contributes to every single one of our RC YouTube channels, you guys. He's by far probably one of the biggest contributors besides George Watts out there and David Snyder and Michael Covington. He is just an awesome dude. And he also has a YouTube channel as well, you guys. So go over and check out Fred Barron RC and make sure you guys leave a comment on his videos. Subscribe, do all that stuff for him, man.
And you know, you mentioned Pilot Robert, man. Those brothers has had some bad luck here, man. Let's keep them in our prayers too. Let's hope they come through.
Yep, absolutely, man.
And I just want to give some guys some shout outs, man. You, Dave, for your chat show, and Jeff and Rock, man, their chat show, Air Marshal, Hangar 51, Hamilton, Flyboy, Randy, Ruffins, 13. And even Jeff in Lower Alabama, man, he's going to try to start doing some chat shows, man. And
Good.
I really appreciate it. Everybody gets a little bit of information here and there, that helps.
Oh, there's not one week that goes by that I don't learn something from someone's channel, you guys, by watching someone do something.
Even the guys that have been in a long time, like Kenny, sometimes learn something from someone else.
Kenny's got a new radio he was going to show off to me if I went down to that event. Like I said, guys, it's still kind of up in the air right now. I may still go just because I know that Dennis Farley wanted to see me. I know Kenny wanted to see me and stuff.
That's too bad, Paul. Paul's just getting over COVID.
She doesn't like me going on long trips like that, especially by myself. But like I said, it's still up in the air. I still have a week to process it and think about it. But nonetheless, anything that we get for donations is going to 50% of that's going down to the boozers. And I do have something that I'll send down to Wes. I'll have to get his address or something. If I don't go, I have something that I'm sending down to Wesley for his giveaway.
So Paul Hatcher just got over COVID, but he lost his mom from COVID.
Oh, Lord.
Jesus Christ, Paul.
Brother, praying for you, brother.
Hi, old man Rajka, and I know I'm saying your name wrong, but that's to give you crap, buddy.
Oh, he lost it last night in the Zoom call because everybody was calling him Rajka. Rajka. He lost it, man. It's Rajka! He starts yelling, it's Rajka!
I know that's how to pronounce it, but I do that just to tease you, Rajka.
That's the only reason I do it too. If you want me to call you by your politically correct name, I will. But we all have
politically correct.
We all have fun with it, Mr. Reiska. Ruffin's in here. What's up, Mr. Ruffkins?
Could be the battery, Randy.
What's up, Randy?
Unplug the battery on it, Randy, and try it that way.
Yeah, that was a good Zoom call last night. I bailed out kind of early, man, because I started falling asleep while I was hanging out with everybody.
Well, that was mainly to make sure your computer finished updating too, though.
Spencer Keith was giving us all lessons on, how we should go about buying a car or leasing a car.
Oh, you want to hear something funny? I sent him something about, I can't remember what it's called, but I sent him a meme on Instagram about what I look like when I'm buying another RC car. And he sent me back.
I think that's the reason why he doesn't like RC cars, man, is because he deals with fucking regular cars all day long. That's all he does, is deal with people that are buying new cars.
I did that when I was younger, but when it's my crap, I don't have a problem with it. And with the RC car, if it breaks, I'm out $20 versus thousands of dollars with my full-scale car.
Yeah.
No. See, I do paint and body work on cars all day. I ain't coming home working on one at night.
Check batteries, check the volts. It's all good. Pilot Jerry RC in here. How's it going, man? Good to see you in here. You guys, I need to get my tea. I got to start my tea, man. It's tea time.
You mean Pepsi time?
I have a tea time.
You know what that cup reminds me of, EQ? Have you ever watched Duck Dynasty?
Duck Dynasty? Yeah.
Uncle Si always has his cup similar to that.
Wait a minute. Just stay right there.
What the fuck are you drinking? Where are my tea bags? There are my tea bags. Yeah, just bear with me, guys. I need to start my cup of tea. I need my cup of tea.
It's not an official Si Robinson. But there it is, right there, big boy.
You got the Uncle Si cup. Of course, you never know what he's drinking.
There it is.
You never know if he's got iced tea or if he's, sucking down a little bit of Grandpa's cough medicine. But
no, it's not weed. I promise.
No, I'm talking about Uncle Si on Duck Dynasty. You never know what's in his cup, whether it's iced tea or Grandpa's cough medicine. But he's always drinking something out of it.
Eric, you think anybody want a tour of the hangar here? Check it out.
Yeah, well, we're waiting on Dave. If you don't mind, EQ, maybe just do a small tour of the hangar.
I got my phone on charge here, so it wouldn't run out.
LOL, David Snyder.
There's some. That's a fly zone and a flat line. But
so you have the Flightline FW190. That's a cool bird.
Yeah, 190. This room here, they just hanging from all over the ceiling, on the walls.
But Eric does EQ does a lot of modeling with his guys, so that's why you don't see some of these out flying, because he's kind of like me. He's a newer pilot, but he does a lot of modeling with his.
I really get into the detail on the pilots. I mean, I've even got gunners in the windows. I've cut the holes there and made gunners in the windows.
And this is the free-wing B-17 that they stopped making.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right, you guys. So, yeah, I'm going to finish installing this while you guys are chilling with us. I'm going to finish installing this this EDF into this Stinger 90. I switched it from 8S over to 6S again because I put the 8S system into my Yak 130.
There's the pits that David gave me on one of his giveaways. B-25. And that's the MiG I was telling you about, Eric. I've got Jet sitting everywhere.
Sorry about that. My dog that's 16 came and was doing his pee-pee dance, so I had to let him outside.
I've got stuff spread around because I'm working on so many of them. Like I was telling you.
Is that the FMS Hornet?
Yeah, that's the FMS F-18 there.
In my opinion, if you want a Hornet and you don't want to break the bank, that's the one to buy.
That's the one to buy.
Because it's less than $300, and it's the same one as the E-Flight, just doesn't have all the detail the E-Flight one has.
It's got nice landing gear on it.
It's the same landing gear as the E-Flight one, just not painted white.
Yep.
Because the E-Flight bird is a FMS bird. I mean, they've hollowed it out to put a bigger fan in it, but...
Painted my EC 1500 green.
Yeah, you kind of made yours like the EC 130, the gunship version of the C-130.
Yeah.
Because don't you have fake guns along the side of your EC 1500?
Yeah, I got three of them. Yeah. There it is.
I gotta find my double-sided tape, or not my double-sided tape, my double-sided foam pieces. That's how I'm gonna put my ESC in.
I've been putting new receivers in those two Navy fighters there. Got the gyro receiver frit. And
there's your PACFA. Oh, a Hustler! Is that just a static model?
He's got a PACFA too, huh?
Dude, that's one plane that would be sick if they came out with is a Hustler.
No doubt, no doubt. Heck, I've got a bunch of them at 111 there. Me and Fred Barron would like for them to come out with one of those.
That one actually won't be too hard to do because the airframe is perfect for just a 90 millimeter or even an 80 millimeter. And then they could just use the same similar wing structure as the Tomcat for the swing wing.
That's correct.
Yep, they could.
A 30. Now this one's pretty cool. Check this one out. That's a XB-70 Valkyrie down there.
Oh, that's another plane that'd be sick if they came out with.
What's that?
XB-70 Battle.
Oh yeah.
Now there is the B1.
Good old bone.
Now if you'll see the 16 sitting next to it, that's pretty much scale. That's how big that jet is to a regular fighter.
And you know what's funny? They typically limit the B1 to certain Gs to keep the prolonged life of the airframe. But the B1B was designed to dance like a F-16 at low altitude at 700 miles an hour to evade radar and missiles and fighters. So the B1 at low altitude can dance like close to what a F-16 can.
Man, I've got a few of them down because, like I said, I was working on them. Check this out. Way I made this aircraft carrier with double deck air.
Oh, cool.
What do you make, an aircraft carrier?
Yeah, it's an aircraft carrier with the double deck that he made.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Built all that.
Oh, bro, EQ, you're right into this shit, man.
EQ's like I said, EQ likes the model a lot. So he whether it's static models like he's showing us or even his RC planes, he decorates them up and models a lot with them.
That's nice, dude.
Man, hell, I started building models when I was 10, 11 years old, something like that.
Yeah.
Now, this is one of my favorites. I know everybody knows what that one is.
Ooh, the St. Louis Slugger, the F4 Phantom.
Yeah, that's a nice one, man. Is that the 90 mil?
Yeah, that's the Free Wing 90, isn't it?
Yep.
Because I was going to say other people that sell the F4 don't have that paint scheme.
Nah. I wanted the camouflage. That's in honor of
Vietnam paint scheme.
Colonel Robin Oles. That's his jet there. That's what I modeled that one after.
I agree, Nathan Polling's like, I would definitely be late on rent for a good F-111.
Yep.
I've got a couple here in the kitchen. I've got a MiG-29 and a Su-35.
Now that's the free wing Su-35, correct?
Yeah, that's the
so
the
it's got
wing.
the wiggle butt, the thrust vectoring.
Oh, look at that, dude! That thing is nice, bro.
I've added ordnance. You don't get no ordnance with it when you buy this jet.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, that's a model that a lot of people don't give credit for because it's the older foam design. But that older foam design, as long as you don't crash, is really light.
Is that EPS foam?
Yeah.
Yep. That's nice, man.
But your thrust weight is going to be higher because you have lower mass in the airframe.
And is that also an LX MiG-29?
That's his LX MiG-29.
Yep. LX came out with a lot of these models before Free-Wing and Horizon.
They just need the little more quality, you know.
More quality.
And you just got to give them a little bit more love. But if you do, man, they actually turn out just fine.
Well, like Dad's Hangar got the F4 Wildcat from LX models, and it has actual working landing gear. Had LX made those pieces metal instead of plastic, because a lot of their birds that have landing gear, they're very scale, but they're plastic. If they had just taken the time to make those out of metal,
right?
Because like they have a really detailed F-35 with bomb bay doors and landing gear, but the landing gear are plastic.
That's the same thing on that MiG-29. If that MiG-29 landing gear was made out of metal, it would be a great design. But they need it light because, you know, Eric, we were talking about before, that foam is so light, the plane is so light, they try to make it to where they can get as much power out of that no good system that they put in it. Right? So LX models, they make models that nobody else does. You cannot find an F4 with folding wings. You can't find an F4U Corsair with mechanical folding wings.
Right.
It's just something.
Or a YF-23.
It's not really something that you're going to get out and fly.
Dave Snyder says it best in the chat. He says the gear are trash, their planes are decent.
Yeah.
And it depends on the model too, because that PACFA, it's modeled really well, but if you remember watching Mr. RC Informer's video on that plane, and the newer ones they've added some reinforcement to, but that's a plane where they kind of spent all their time making it look nice and no time on the airframe.
Yeah, because that thing is that has got a very, very, very shaky airframe, you guys. I had to do a lot of carbon fiber reinforcement on that plane in order to get it to where it's at right now.
It's because of how thin it is. But in reality, that's why the B2 is thin. Because the thinner something is, the less likely you are to return a radar signal back to the receiver.
That B2 up there, it's an LX model, but if you get
it actually has metal gear though. That's what's weird about that one versus some of the other LXs. That one has actual metal gear.
The landing gear on the PACFA are actually not bad, you guys. They're actually pretty decent.
And the YF-23, but some of their other models, their gear are all plastic. In fact, the reason why that YF-23 is so expensive if you buy the plug-and-play is it has gear real similar to your Yak 130 90mm battle. They're expensive landing gear on that YF-23.
Yeah, I don't doubt it, man. I actually was going to buy that YF-23.
That one's a hot mess, too. The airframe itself is okay, but it's like a hot mess. And Rich did all kinds of stuff to show you how to get around the hot mess on it. I mean, it looks nice when you get it together, but getting it together, it's a hot mess.
Somebody kill that cat.
You see the cat?
Battle, you sure you want that piece of SHIT near your plane?
What are you doing?
He's got that look like I'm getting ready to pounce and destroy your bird.
What are you doing? Can I have my seat back? Can I have my seat back?
No, he's saying it's his.
It's his seat now.
If they ask you if you want to go.
Tea time!
Okay, get some shoes on.
Tea time. I got a pizza in there I'm going to fix later. I just love to eat my pizza on Saturday.
That pizza, there ain't nothing wrong with pizza. You know, that's one of the reasons why I don't have a cat, besides being really allergic to them, Battle, is he's got that look on his face like, stupid human, this is my seat, not yours.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'll eat my pizza on Saturday because I need Sunday to recuperate from eating it on Saturday.
So you can recoup before you go back to work.
There's a restaurant in town here, man. I mean, it's got good food. I mean, everybody goes there knowing it's greasy. I mean, the grease is dripping off of it when you're eating it. But next day, you hurting.
Battle.
Next day, you hurting.
Demon Cat left. You got your chair back.
Yeah, I had to bribe him off the seat with treats.
I'm really allergic to them too, Ryan. That's why I don't have any.
I had to bribe him off of the seat with some treats.
Getting pretty bad when you got to bribe your own pets to do something.
So, Battle, like I said, you need to do what Wreck 'em Roy and I said. Field goal, kick that son of a gun through a field goal. Then he'll start listening to you.
He's actually gotten a lot better since he's gotten older.
Oh, look at that. Princess is jealous that Cat got loves and he didn't.
He got treats too. You got treat too. Don't sniff me. Get out of here.
So, gonna go blow some stuff up with the 5.56 later.
I'm gonna go fly today because this is the best day that we've had in almost 10 days.
It's too cold to fly here.
Too cold to fly there?
Yeah.
It's never too cold to throw some lead down range though.
I know, because you can put gloves on, and you don't have to operate the sticks with gloves.
Damn, Lee Davison, you got a cat that's 14 years old? That's an old-ass cat, man.
Cats, if they have the correct genetics, can live up to like 20 years.
That's crazy, man.
What's up, Lee? I'm still trying to get that drone view after
Speaking of pizza, I'm allergic to cats.
That's how Ryan came into the chat.
What the fuck?
I think Ryan's still wired from the Zoom last night.
Ryan actually was fixing up his version 3 FMS Corsair last night. He's putting a actually I won't say because maybe he doesn't want anybody to know.
Yeah, that might be content.
He was doing some work on his Corsair. That's what I'll tell you.
Good save, because you don't know what he's gonna do on his channel.
Yeah, I don't want to put it out there what he's gonna do for his because sometimes he only does members only stuff. So you guys just stay tuned to Pilot Ryan Media for upcoming
Battle. Ryan just dropped something in the chat. Everybody be aware that the show's gonna start an hour early tonight.
Well, this is a good place to let everybody know, Pilot Ryan. Right here. Because then you got people that are going to watch this on the replay. What's cool is that some of the guys from over in the UK are able to watch this live right now, which is cool. I'm glad that we could do something like this for you.
Jeff in Lower Alabama, when I woke up, it was hard frosted. After raining all day yesterday, it was like in the 20s when I woke up this morning.
What's up, Jeff?
So it's probably about 35 degrees outside right now, but there's no wind and it's sunny. So sitting in that sun, it'll feel like 45 degrees. So it'll be good. It'll be good for flying.
Well, it'll be good because I'll see some of my family I haven't seen in a long time and blow stuff up. So
that's always good to hang out with your family members, man. It's sometimes. Wait a minute. Sometimes it's good to hang out with family members.
Well, the family I'll be hanging out with is cool. Some of them I wouldn't want to hang out with, but.
Well, when you're firing guns, it doesn't matter who you're firing with. It's always fun.
If you got someone that's really stupid, you don't want to go shoot.
Oh no! You got to leave them at home. They can't go. they can't get on the bus. They got to get off.
They
Kenny's
need
bus.
to go on the short bus that takes them somewhere where they can eat their crayons and glue.
Wait a minute. I used to eat glue.
We all did. But I'm talking you don't as an adult.
Not as an adult, no. It's got a different taste now.
I'd always
Oh man, that stuff that they used to give you, that stuff with the stick, the glue with the stick.
Glue stick?
No, not the glue stick. The stuff that they used to give you, the popsicle stick to put the glue on. That glue that they used to use back in the day.
Yeah.
It had a minty flavor to it.
Yeah, it did.
It tasted like mint. And I was like,
supposed to eat it.
I know. I something
Nick,
in my head.
that's true. Your ESC will stay cooler, but at the same time, it's really hard on you and your batteries when it's cold.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any issues with the power system failing in the wintertime. They seem to work. They actually seem to run a little bit better in the winter.
As long as you keep a load on them, so it's keeping heat in the battery, you're fine. But it is really hard on the batteries when they're not getting used. I can't remember who said what they do, but until they fly the packs when it's cold, they put them in their pockets.
Yeah, I leave mine right in the truck. I leave all my batteries in the truck. I don't allow them to get cold. I just keep them in the truck. But what I do is when I'm done running my plane, I'll throw the battery to my wife because she puts it in her coat pocket, and then she puts her hands in there, and it acts as like a warmer.
Well, so there's a reason why all these electric cars that are coming out have a heating and cooling system for the battery, because they're a high-tech lithium polymer battery. I mean, there's other stuff in them, so they're slightly different, but lithium style batteries and temperature variance, either hot or cold, destroys them.
The fans love them, the batteries hate it. Yes, the batteries don't really like it when they get cold. Yeah, that's why I keep my batteries in my truck in the heated truck. I always leave my truck running in the winter.
That's because in the cold, your density altitude is extremely low, so your air pressure is actually higher when you have cold.
That's a high pressure system. Cold weather is high pressure system.
I've been pretty lucky with batteries. I usually buy Admirals, but when you buy a model ready to fly, I mean, most of the time you'll get a battery that, I mean, it's the cheapest thing that they can put in a pack to get by with. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That one's not, I mean, it's puffy, but I use it as a test battery. I just keep a low charge on it and use it to test stuff with.
Yeah, I have a battery like that too, EQ, that I just use to test with. It's an old Pulse battery.
But, I mean, I've got, now these batteries right here I get from Horizon Hobby. They good batteries. I mean, I've had no problems out of them.
Really?
But I've had an E-Flat.
Oh God, E-Flat batteries are the king of puff.
E-Flat looks like a basketball.
Yep, the E-Flat batteries are the king of puff. I'm telling you right now, they are the king of puff. They puff so quickly. First flight, I can't get over it. I couldn't get over it.
I mean, I paid a lot of money for that battery and that plane. I done a taxi test and took the battery out and it looked like a basketball.
Jesus Christ! Yep. That's the experience that I had with the E-Flight packs as well.
Recco, not everybody does a Code Brown moment when we fly our F-16 into a wheelbarrow.
Uh-oh.
Because he came in the chat saying, I just do myself. So that's why I said not everybody Code Browns when they hit a wheelbarrow like he did.
Roy, did you poo yourself? Is that what you're saying? Did you poop yourself?
It's okay. You are getting a little up there in age. It happens, buddy.
Yeah, sometimes you can't help it, Roy. It kind of just comes out without you even knowing. I mean, I feel you, bro.
Never pass up a urinal.
Except for if you're in the Middle East and it's a local urinal, don't use it. Because they just go everywhere. They don't sit, they squat, and they just go everywhere.
Oh my God. And use their hand to wipe their butts. Oh,
yes.
Don't shake hands with a sand. Oh,
every time I change base, you would figure out within the first day, even the first hour, which outhouses or bathrooms to not use for a reason.
What do they say? Don't shake hands with a guy that has a brown spot on his face.
Or offers you their left hand that's from the Middle East.
Oh my goodness.
And they wonder why.
Oh God. Yep.
Well, if you see someone carrying a water bottle, go to a bathroom, that means they're from the Middle East, because they use water in their hand.
Crixus, hold on a minute.
Dad, I gotta go pee, he says.
Yeah, my daughter's gonna take him out real quick, but he's so impatient. He'll start biting her.
Putting your daughter in her place.
Damn nice.
Dave, she's just putting your daughter in place for you.
She's got a mouth on her, man. I didn't
Dave,
teach her.
what kind of new fan systems have you got to put in something?
Yeah,
I've been
so what's
changing
the
a lot
fan
of
you're
motors
putting in
fans
that,
out.
Dave?
I'm just going back to the stock system that was in the plane originally. I think
He had the JP fan in it, but that got
used to have the 8S JP fan in it.
But that got put in the Yak.
Then I put that in the Yak 130, and then I decided that this thing was just sitting there, and it needed a power system. So about 3 weeks ago, or last month, I think it was last month, I decided to throw the 6S system that was in this plane originally back in it. But for whatever reason, the 6S fan that they sell for this now, I think it's an N runner.
Is it a 9-blade?
No, it's a 12-blade.
Okay.
But it's an N runner.
I just know a lot of the newer, to get more thrust, free wing started, for the higher performance fans started going to 9-blade. You don't get the same sound that you do with the 12-blade, but you get more thrust because there's less drag.
I'm actually hoping that I can take this one out with me today and just get to see how it's working.
Yank and bank it. See what it do. Man,
that you do, Wreckham. Wreckham loves a gal with a foul mouth.
Yeah, he does. He likes old ladies, too. So watch out for your grandmother.
Oh, man, I was just about to drink some of that Pepsi.
Keep your grandma real close when you got Roy around.
Hide your grandma from him.
One of these days he'll say, hey, what's your grandmother's address so I can send her a birthday card? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. He'll be over there shaking his fist at her.
That's correct, Dave Snyder. But they went to the 9-blade just because overall it's a little bit more efficient.
Yeah, so what I did was I just went to the Stinger 90 and then I looked up what they had for a fan for it now, and I thought it was an outrunner, but when I got it, it's an in runner.
See, my doggo had to come in for the loves now.
All right, hey, now calm down. Now you calm down.
Just
look at me like
co-pilot. Yeah. You want to
No, not right now. Not right now.
Let Loki out.
You better go let that dog out. He's gonna piss on your floor.
Let him out, please.
I go through it every morning. Every morning, if I don't get up soon enough to take him out, the kids usually
Oh,
take
dude,
him
my
out.
dog is my alarm. Some mornings it's 5 or 6, and I want to just kill him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he came. My wife left for work at like 4 this morning, and he come crawling up in the bed.
After Mom left, of course.
Right after Mom left. As soon as Mom went out the door, he came crawling up in the bed. He knows. He jumps right up in bed when Mom leaves. He's not allowed in the bed. But when Mom leaves, he jumps up in the bed with me.
Yeah.
You sure you want that on video?
Be in the bed?
Admitting that battle?
Are you supposed to be in the bed? No, that's right. Yeah, no, you're not supposed to be in the bed. But you get into bed every morning, don't you? Huh? Huh? You get into bed?
Dad, stop getting me in trouble.
He shakes his head no. Are you supposed to be in the bed?
He's saying, Dad, stop trying to get me in trouble. That's what he's saying. Stop trying to get me in trouble, Dad.
He knows. He knows when he hears that door open, he jumps out of that bed quicker than shit, man. Stop it! No! No!
Looks like Princess wants his dad time.
All right.
Back off. He's a killer.
No. Stop it. What are you barking for?
He's all bark and no bite. That cat beats it out of him.
He's all bark and bite. That dog will. He doesn't bite me anyway. What?
That cat beats the shiz out of him all the time.
Kind of like the man asking, does your dog bite? No. Well, can I pet it? Sure.
Oh,
he bites him. Pet the hell out of him. He said your dog don't bite. It ain't my dog.
So, Battle, if he doesn't bite you, but he bites your daughter, that's telling you something.
Well, yeah, because when he wants something and he can't get your attention, that's what he'll do. He'll nibble on your finger. He'll come up and bite your finger.
Except you.
He doesn't bite me. No, he won't bite me. He's got my attention all the time.
So the question is, what all are you flying today, Dave? PT-17 and the Super Saber.
F-100 and the T-33. We're gonna go out for a test flight. So I got 3 planes that I'm flying. All the batteries are charged. Everything's ready to go. All the planes are hooked up and ready to go. I just got to go fly them now. And it's beautiful out, man. So as soon as my wife gets home, as soon as she walks through the door, I've already texted her and let her know that we're going right from here to go fly real quick. I got to get 3 videos done, man. I haven't put up a flight video in over 2 weeks. So I got to get some flight videos done. It's going to start snowing here pretty soon, so I need to pack them in as fast and as much as I can right now.
So EQ, Nick's RC is asking, how many flights do you have on the B2? I know the answer, but he's asking you.
No, I ain't flew that one yet.
It's one of those things you had to have it, but you're not ready to fly it yet.
That jet there is for an extra expert pilot to fly.
Well, for one thing, even if flying, and I'm not saying it's easy to fly, but if flying it was easy to fly. When it's in the air, you can barely see it because of how thin it is, unless you're sideways.
You would literally have to keep that thing at a pitch the whole time, kind of turned over at all times so that you could see it. Because once you turn that thing flat, it disappears.
Yep.
Yeah, it will. It will. Now, the flight characteristics of the jet on video that I've watched is good. I mean, the jet flies great.
It's actually really efficient, too, being a flying wing like that. What's his face at Banana got like 10 minutes of flight time on a battery. Pete,
Damn.
that's right, Pete.
It's just those takeoffs and landings, man. That plane is
it doesn't want to land. They actually have that problem with the full scale one. The plane does not want to land because it generates so much lift. They literally have to kill the throttle all the way when they're landing to get that bird to land, and even then it takes a little bit of time so it slows down enough in that land effect to where it'll touch down.
Does the model come with air brakes? Does it have any kind of air brake or flap or anything?
It's got flaps.
And it has the Ella rudders. Or not Ella rudders. I can't remember what they called. They're drag rudders on the tips that open up.
Oh, okay. So like the Warthog. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Because you don't have a tail, so you have to use extra control surfaces to yaw it, basically. So they're clam on the wingtips.
See, that,
and is that like is that an LX? Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's the LX V2.
That's the LX. Okay.
Here's your aileron. Here's your elevator, and that works as a flap. It's got a factory mix in it for the flap.
No shit.
But you can keep your plane flat by just using a rudder turn.
Yeah, because it'll just do this. Like
once this one splits open on this side, the one over here will just lift up. The whole section will come up to compensate for the wing.
There's a specific term for what it's called, you guys. You guys aren't wrong by saying spoilers or split ailerons.
Has Pilot Ryan flown this one?
No, he hasn't, I don't think. But Grumman, who actually built the real one, has an actual term, what they call that, and it just slipped my mind. It's basically a drag rudder because you don't have a real rudder.
So what is it? It's kind of just like so it's kind of just like your 64 millimeter jets, then, right? It just works on elevator and aileron.
Yeah, it's got a mix in it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, where it's a flying wing, you have to have a mix with the elevators, or you couldn't control it.
You wouldn't be able to. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to control the plane going back and forth this way.
Yeah.
So there's got to be something in there that keeps the plane stable straight ahead.
Correct.
That's where I've had trouble with figuring out how to put a gyro on that jet, because there's some different setups you got to use on something like that.
Yeah, the gyros really aren't necessarily equipped for that.
I would just run the gyros on the ailerons. That's all. That's all I would do. If I had that plane, I would just put ailerons. That's it.
So EQ, Nathaniel Pulling is asking, is that a PBY Catalina behind you?
Yep.
Below the B2.
That's the Dynam.
Now,
you can't tell it's a Dynam. Look at all the modeling he did to that.
Oh, that's Dynam. That's Dynam. Okay, that's Dynam. All right.
Yep, that's a Dynam.
Yeah, you can't tell that's a Dynam bird with the modeling he's done.
It looks good.
I put some guns in those little side doors there. Side windows.
Nice. Look at that.
And, of course, painted it all blue. I've got a couple of good pilots in there. I took that old goofy-looking pilot out, put a couple of good pilots.
Yeah, that's one thing about Dynam that I don't like, because I do like their planes, but the pilot figures they have, they're even worse than that one they put in the 64mm A10 that Free Wing makes. That's too big for the scale of the plane.
That Catalina had 250 cals coming out of the nose, or are those 20 mils?
I can't remember, but it had guns coming out.
They were 50s, right? Yeah, I thought they were 50s. Just from playing War Thunder, I thought they were 50s.
We pretty much didn't have anything in millimeters in World War II. It was pretty much the standard
metric versus.
We used 50s, right?
Imperial, basically.
And then we started switching over to 20 mils after we developed the AM3 cannons, right? That's what we put on the Bearcat.
Yeah. Nathaniel, the Dynam PBY is only a flying boat. There's no landing gear. But I've seen people land it off of ice and snow.
I've seen somebody put landing gear on that plane.
Yeah, you could, but they don't come with it.
Wasn't no easy mod, but they done it.
Well, on the Catalina?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
That Dynam one doesn't come with gear, but you can put them on it.
That plane's supposed to take off from the water anyway, right?
Yeah, it's the same power system as the DC-3 that Dynam has, and it's actually a pretty efficient flight power system.
Yep. Yeah, I like the way that Catalina looks, man. I like the way it looks.
Alan
it doesn't
Gentry,
do very good
that
on
is
War
correct about the B2.
It is a nice looking plane.
But what you don't understand is because to keep that plane stable to be a bombing platform, behind the pilots there's a compartment almost as big as the 747 avionics bay, full of computers to keep the real B2 stable.
Victor says it works really good with wet grass. If you have some wet grass.
Oh, that's true. Really low resistance really when the grass is wet.
Yeah, right. That'd be a good time to take it out.
The only thing about seaplanes is, man, you got to keep that thing level when you're coming in. Because one wing tips. Ooh. Yep.
The old ground loop it.
Yep. It'll rip that float off under the wing.
Well, and you'll ground loop it too, and it'll flip over.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. Yeah.
You don't want to have to go swimming.
What MiG-15 is that behind you? Is that one of like the Star Max, or is that the Sky Angel or something?
Have a good day, Mr. David Snyder.
It's the Arctec.
Arctec.
Yeah, he was talking to me about that right before you got on this morning. He wants to get a Saber and similar scale to that, but the Freewing one is a little too small.
Now that's a 70 mil, right?
64.
64.
It is a 64. Okay.
These are not retracts. They're just there.
Okay, they just stand. Okay, that's still a nice looking plane.
There's nothing wrong with having fixed retracts, less to go wrong.
That's right. And
especially when you fly off grass.
It's kind of just like the one from Motion. It's similar to the one from Motion.
Yeah, it's just a little bit bigger than that one.
Because the thing about having fixed gear, if you're landing off of grass, taking off and landing off of grass, the fixed gear are beefier than retracts.
You see it in there, and maybe
yeah, that looks good, man. Yeah, man, I like that plane. I like that. I am a big MiG fan. I love MiGs. I wish they would come out with a large scale 90 mil MiG, just like they did with the MiG-17. But I wish they would come out with
do an 80 like they did the Sabre.
That would be okay too.
Right, exactly, Eric. I want to see.
That would be good too.
Because to be honest with you, out of all the planes, bang for buck, about the right size is the 70 to 80 millimeter.
Yep.
Your performance is about perfect. The weight isn't too much, so I'm leaning more towards 80. But that size range is kind of like the sweet spot for EDS, especially if you don't want a huge one.
Right. Right. Yep. No, that works. Hell yeah, man. So what do you think, Eric? You about ready to wrap it up here?
Whenever you guys are. I know a bunch of people are starting to rock out of here because it is Saturday. They have.
It's Saturday, man. I need to get my shit ready to go fly, man. But you guys got anything, Eric? EQ, you got anything else for anybody?
Hello.
Hey, man, Dave. I really appreciate you just having me on the show, man. It's made my life.
Well, we loved having you on, man. We appreciate it. Too bad we couldn't do this last night, man. But we definitely appreciated having you on today, man. I appreciate you coming on.
I hope we had a good time, everybody.
Yeah, man. I hope you guys out there in YouTube land had a good time this morning hanging out with EQ and Eric Rogers is on the phone right now. He'll be off in a second. Hold on.
Say Roy's got claim on the PT-17.
Okay.
He does, yeah. So what I've been doing is I've been passing down all my Dynam planes to Eric. And
except for the PT-17, because Roy had to really twist my arm. No, not really. When he said he wanted it, I was okay with it, because I can't be.
So basically, what Dynam wants for me is they want me to do at least 2 or 3 flights on the plane and put them on the YouTube channel. And I kind of figured that one flight wouldn't be enough. That's why I did 2 or 3 on the P61. So I'm going to do like 2 or 3 videos today on this PT-17, and then I'm going to get them all loaded up, and then I want to take it back out when it's like nighttime, like getting towards dark, because this thing has a set of nav lights on it that are absolutely ridiculously bright, and I'd like to fly it like a dust flight. So I need to get like 2 or 3 flights on each Dynam plane that they send me, and then once I'm done with it, I'll send it off to, Eric, or, in this case, Wreckham Roy's. If there's one that you see, Eric, that you might like, let me know, man. We might be able to throw you one down the line, too.
And he's saying EQ, because both of us have the EQ, first name Eric, FYI.
Right. So, I'm just with them sending me planes like this, I just don't have any room.
Well, and if you don't want Mama Bear to murder you, you got to get rid of some of them.
And she already knows that the Dynam planes that I get will be passed down the line. That way, other guys can test the plane out and put it on their channel. You know what I mean? So not only is Dynam sending me a plane to review, but I'm also sending it to another YouTube channel for them to review it. So they're getting more bang for their buck out of the plane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Plus,
I
like Dynam birds. I don't mind that you have to do a little bit of work to them. I might not go as full detail as Eric, but I like Mr. EQ. But I like to do a little bit of the building and stuff.
Well, I tell you what, this PT-17 was probably one of the easiest Dynam planes I've ever put together.
With the exception of the fake guy wires.
Yeah, so I didn't put the guide wires on it, guys. I'm going to leave that up to Roy to do that when he gets it. I just want to take the plane out and show you guys how it flies. I didn't put the wheel pants on it either because I don't want them ripping off in the grass and ruining them, but I will put them on for the pictures.
Let me show one more to you.
Sure, go ahead, EQ.
Oh, go ahead, Eric.
While he's grabbing that, guys, I'm going to have a potentially either today or between today and Monday a video come out of me unboxing the A6 from Dave.
It needs a little bit of work, guys, but it is in flying condition. It can fly right now.
Now this one right here, a one off of Dave's RC channel.
That's pretty, man. I actually bought that at my local hobby store.
Is that an E-Flight?
It is. It's the E-Flight 850 or 880 millimeter or something like that.
Oh, so it's not as little as it seems when you hear 800 millimeters.
Yeah, it's a sizable plane. It's not too bad. Bert at our flying club, he has one. He absolutely loves his. Have you flown that one yet, EQ?
Well, I tried to, and I went to get off the ground, and it wanted to turn so bad on me because the wind was blowing. And I said, "No, I'm not."
Nah, not worth it. Yeah, not worth it. Not worth it, man. Wait for a nice calm day. But I've heard nothing but good things about that plane and how good it flies.
Well, you have the bigger E-Flight biplane 3D plane, and you like it, don't you, Dave?
I have the Ultimate 3D, and yes, I love it. I absolutely love that plane. That is such a really nice, smooth flying plane.
And that's
really
another bird that you said if you would get rid of that you would sell to me.
If you're not used to 3D flying, though, I highly suggest that you move your elevator throw and your aileron throw down to about 35-40%. About 25% expo, 20% expo.
Well,
or else she's going to be snappy as a bitch.
I seen where they put nav lights on the 1400 millimeter, so I had to put my LEDs on this one.
Cool.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
That's one thing EQ does with all of his birds, is he puts at least the nav lights on all of his birds.
I'll be damned, man. That's a good idea. I should start doing that.
And it's not hard to do. You just have to extend the groove for the wires a little bit, because you have the groove already down most of the wing for the servo. You just have to extend it a little bit.
So you just got to make a little slit to get to there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool. I think I'll put some nav lights on this Stinger 90.
I think that's the only thing that I don't like about that Stinger 90 is like, but it is one of their older models, which is probably why it doesn't have it. It's
got landing lights, though.
Yeah, it has landing lights.
I love this plane. I like this Stinger 90 a lot. It was too bad that I crashed her up, but I fixed her. Me and Dave Marshall sat here one day with Jeff Custom RC. We were in a live stream, and we put some toothpicks in it, and we put some lightweight spackle on it, and now she's just ready for paint. She just needs paint now.
Dad's RC recently got the A6. Just like I'm getting, he bought the high performance where I'm getting the standard from you, but he's putting lights on it.
The A6 Intruder is probably one of the nicest flying military jets that you can get from Motion RC. However, you need to tame down that elevator a lot. We're talking like 40% on the elevator.
That's because it's the full flying stabilizer.
Because I'm telling you right now, man, anything over 50 and she just snaps and her butt wiggles every time you touch the elevator.
That's because it's you get a lot more lift with it being full flying versus...
Exactly. The next plane that I'll be getting you guys for Dave's RC is going to be the F5. I've been putting that thing on the back burner for so long now, and I'm done waiting.
So what are you going to sell me so you have room for it?
Nothing. Not right now.
I'm just teasing. You got to get the C-47 to me.
I might send you that F-86 when I get the high performance one. But
if you do that, I will definitely take it off you.
That F-86 is brand new. It's only got one flight on it. It's literally got one flight on it.
That's the one I want, Dave.
The F-86?
Yeah.
That's a nice flying plane, man. I lost my first one in the woods, and
then some piece of crap threw it in the trash.
Some hunter grabbed it up before I could get out there and get it and threw it in his truck and then took it home and trashed it.
But he's kind of a nuisance to everybody around where you fly.
So, yeah, basically everybody around there, his father used to own all that property before they sold it off to
But now it's all houses and parks, and the guy still claims he hunts there, which he's got to be full of it to his eyeballs if he still hunts. He's not supposed to be hunting
there anymore. If the cops knew he was out there hunting, he'd actually get in trouble because there's a soccer field literally 100 yards away from where he's firing bullets.
I doubt
he's not supposed to be hunting there at all.
A redneck full of it to his eyeballs.
Yeah, he pissed me off, man. Oh, your plane scared my deer away. I was like, this one did? I said I was flying the Avani for an hour before this plane. I was like, so if anything got scared away, it was by that Avani, not that plane.
There's always one.
There's always one guy.
That's what I asked him. I said, how are you able to hunt there? Oh, I got special permission.
No, you don't.
Yeah, but there's a soccer field right here, dude.
And houses.
There's a house right there. You're not allowed to hunt within a mile of a property line. So how are you able to hunt 100 yards away from a property line? You tell me that. Special permission, my ass, dude. Yeah, he took my plane and trashed it. But that's okay. We bought a new one. And that one actually, this new one that I have seems to fly a lot better. It's got a lot more power. I upgraded the ESC to 100 amp. I just haven't upgraded the cannon. That was the
biggest complaint with the standard version F-86. Because remember Two Brothers Hobby when they flew theirs? Their complaint was with the standard ESC, they only had like 2 or 3 minutes of flight time. And I think that's just because it needs a better ESC in it.
I mean, my first flight, the first and only flight that I did on that Sabre right there, I was up for maybe 2 minutes, if that. And that was just because I didn't know, and I wasn't going full speed the whole time.
Yeah.
I actually need to take that thing out and rip it up again and get a better flight on it.
That's another
I have so many planes
oldie
to
but
fly right now, guys, and I'm running out of time. The winter is fastly approaching us, and when winter comes here, it's here to stay.
It's about to hit you there.
Yeah, exactly. So I got about another week or 2 of this good weather without snow. And then I got to start worrying about it's going to start snowing pretty soon. December's coming. Once December comes, that's when the snow comes.
Rickham, that redneck needs more than just the game warden to visit him.
Yeah.
He needs rear sock party and basic training battle.
Firing brigade. Yep.
The sock party.
Oh yeah, he can have one of those too.
That's what that guy needs, is a bunch of us just to beat the out of him with batteries and socks.
I called him on it. I called him on it one day. He stopped and he started talking to me like I think he was trying to press, like almost like he was interested in finding out if I knew anything about it. I fucking flat out told him, I was like, bro, I know you did it. Oh, I didn't do that. They're lying to you. I was like, no, I'm not buying it. I was like, too many people knew exactly what happened and they weren't even here. How's that? I didn't say anything to anybody. So you had to have told people this shit. I mean, come on. So, yeah.
Daniel's right. You need to just get one of these planes that comes with skis so you can fly in the winter.
I was thinking about doing that with the with that Pitts, that new FMS Pitts. I was thinking about grabbing one of those for the winter to fly it around and put some skis on it.
Or just get a Tundra or a Kingfisher, and then once winter's gone, sell it.
I do need a winter flyer. What I've been doing is I've been waiting for the snow to ice over. And then the planes can actually sit down on top of the icy snow. But yeah, guys, hey man, we're gonna get up out of here. I have a bunch of shit that I gotta take care of.
Yeah, I gotta go blow some crap up with the AR-15 too. So
Eric's going to fire his AR-15. I'm gonna go fly some planes. EQ, thanks for being on the show, man. We appreciate you being here for us, man.
No doubt, man.
If you guys don't have any, Eric, you got anything?
No.
Either Eric.
Just have a good weekend, everybody, and try to be safe.
That's it, guys. I'm Dave. This is Dave's RC, reminding you guys to fly free or die. Don't forget to hit us up tomorrow on the Pilot's Lounge, guys. 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. or tonight. No, tonight. Sorry, it's tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time, guys. Remember that. Pilot Ryan is going an hour early tonight. We'll see you guys there. Eric out. Both Eric's out. Dave out. We'll see you guys later. Peace.